Did I scare you? Hi friends! This was a requested video. Interview tips for working in Korea. Specifically, my experience and tips with the EPIC program, but maybe it can help you as well with other job interviews in general. So this is going to be one of those talking plus mukbang videos. So feel free to grab something to eat and talk with me. I will be featuring some special food today, and I'm excited to eat. Today's mukbang features this nifty food kit from this cool company called Mogo. And I chose the Korean bulgogi. So we have opened the package and look how nifty this looks. And the cool thing about this is that it is not meat bulgogi, but it features lentils. So it's gonna look like this. Oh, it's really cool. So first we are cooking the rice to sal. Alright, so I'm just going to follow the directions. First, we're going to mix in all of the ingredients in here. Let's do it. Okay, and we are boiling the mixture for about 10 minutes. Okay, let's add in the lentils. Mixed it in and letting it simmer for another 10 minutes. You guys, it smells so good. Okay, so here's the finished product. The bulgogi lentils over my rice, and I added some kimchi too. Oh, it looks so good. Let's go eat. Okay, so we are ready to go. Woo! So I dressed professionally because we are going to be talking about interviewing. These are the kind of clothes you want to wear for your interview, right? Also, if you notice, this is a box. I'm using a box because when I moved into my new apartment, I also did not have the little eating table, so we're using a box today, fam. And as a note, for my EPIC interview and just throughout the whole EPIC application process, my recruiter helped me with everything. Reach to teach. I was able to get a lot of interview tips and help from them. So this video will be a combination of that as well as my own tips. Before coming to Korea, I actually worked for 2 companies in an office setting. The first position that I had, I was there for a few years and was able to make my way up to a managerial position. So I was actually the one that reviewed resumes for applicants and then ran interviews and stuff. So I interviewed a bunch of people and did everything from hiring to training the people. So this is a mixture of my tips from that experience as well. Let me take a bite of this first because it looks amazing. It's just sitting in front of me. Oh my god, the flavor is just so surreal. It is so good. Okay, so first thing to keep in mind when you're interviewing is your knowledge and enthusiasm for the position. Make sure you do your research about the company, about the program that you're applying to, and the specific position that you're going for, in this case, a teaching position in South Korea. So the interviewers don't want to hear how much you love K-pop and how you want to go to Seoul and go to the big hit entertainment building to see BTS. Okay? There will most likely be questions later about, what made you interested in Korea, why do you want to come to Korea, that sort of thing. But we'll talk about that later. So make sure you are fully committed to the position of teaching, of being a teacher, an English teacher. Yeah, and you don't have to be super experienced. A lot of the applicants, myself included, had no professional teaching experience whatsoever. So they are looking for, your enthusiasm and your potential that you have for the teaching position. Second thing to keep in mind is your personality. When I was interviewing people for my office job back in the day, personality just really stands out to you when you meet people, applicants. So make sure you're showing your true personality. Be genuine, be polite, be professional. They want to see a very attractive personality, charismatic, one that shows that you'll be able to work well with students, that you'll be able to stand in front of a classroom and speak, and that also you'll be able to adapt well to a different culture, to Korean culture. So make sure that your personality shines through. Who would have thought of using lentils as a substitute for meat? And it still tastes just as amazing. I'm gonna get this same food kit again because I know I'm gonna finish what I cooked and I'm gonna crave it because just the flavor is so good. Okay, so the third thing you need to keep in mind when you interview is how you present yourself. So this goes off of your personality, but also more so how you look is very important. So make sure you dress nicely, dress professionally. They want to see that you take care of yourself. You take care of your body, your mind. You want to look your best. Making eye contact and also the way you speak. Make sure you speak clearly and at a good speed. You don't want to speak really fast, okay? But at the same time, you don't want to speak
super hella slow.
like the person you're talking to is an idiot, right? Most likely the interviewer will be Korean. I had just one interview. I've heard some other people have 2 people will be interviewing them at the same time. But for me, it was one Korean person. English will be their second language, you know, so you want to make sure you're speaking very clearly to them. You know, you sound intelligent, you sound like you know what you're talking about, okay? And also make sure your answers are thoughtful but concise. You don't want to spend 5 minutes blabbering on with just one question. For example, why do you want to be a teacher? An answer that would not be good is because I like kids. Done. That is a concise answer, but it's not very thoughtful. A better answer would be, I enjoy working with children and it makes me fulfilled in knowing that I can educate them, teach them, motivate them. Something like that, you know, and then finish like that. So it's thoughtful, concise, not too long, right? Okay, all of this is a mukbang, you finish everything, right? Sorry guys, this video has turned into just a mukbang. Those are pretty much the main 3 things that I think you should be aware of. Oh, and it will be a Skype interview, so you need to make sure that your computer is good, that it's not going to fail on you during your interview, and that you're in a quiet room. You won't have any disturbances. I did the interview in my own room in my house back in California. I put a sign on my door because at the time I was living with my family in my parents' house. I let everyone in the house know that, hey, I'm doing an interview at this time. There'll be a sign on my door. Don't come in, don't bother me because this is important. And then also, since you're looking at a computer and the people can't really see what is on the computer, I put post-its on my computer to help me remember some points, like this is actual notes of what I wrote. Energy, be concise, speak slow. So I put these post-its on like my computer screen like that. I'm looking at the interviewer in the camera, and then I can also have these reminders to make sure I'm doing what I need to do. Oh, also, there will most likely be a section at the end where the interviewer will ask if you have any questions. And you want to make sure you prepare a list of good questions to ask. So I wrote down, like what does a typical day look like? Do we have a course book to follow, or do we make lessons up completely on our own? How many classes will I be teaching? What materials will the school provide? That sort of thing. So very specifically related to the position of teaching. I should try chewing with my mouth closed. So basically just practice a lot. Prepare. My recruiter Reach to Teach was so great because they provided me this whole PDF, like pages of interview tips, and they even put like a whole page of sample questions that the interviewers might ask. So I'll just read off some sample questions. Okay, so why are you interested in teaching? Why Korea? What do you know about Korea? I think I mentioned like Korean food. I like Korean food, the language. I said I did Taekwondo growing up, so that kind of sparked my interest in Korea. I had like Korean friends in the States, that sort of thing. What is your educational philosophy? How will you handle classes that consist of students with varied English skills and capabilities? They'll ask you questions about like classroom management, also lesson planning. How will you keep your students motivated and interested in English? How do you deal with stress? What type of students do you think you could teach most effectively and why? How will your educational background help you as a teacher or your experiences? What measures are you taking to learn about the Korean culture? Yeah, what does EPIC stand for? The acronym, right? English Program in Korea. You're welcome. Oh, and another cool thing too about Reach to Teach was we set up a practice interview where someone from Reach to Teach interviewed me, and we did practice and they gave me some really good feedback. But for those that did not go through a recruiter and did it completely on their own, that's no problem either, because you can have a friend help you and have your friend interview you. Or what I did too was I recorded myself, like on my computer webcam, answering the questions and watched it back. I listened to how I spoke, how I looked, like my facial expressions or my gestures or whatever. Here's my final words of advice. I know interviews are super scary. I've been on both ends. I've been interviewed for jobs. I've interviewed for jobs. I'm even nervous when I interview someone. I don't know why, but it's just really nerve-wracking stuff. But an interview is just another opportunity, another challenge in life, and you just need to have that mindset that you are a champion, okay? You are a champion and you are taking this challenge of the interview and you are gonna kill it. You are gonna kill the interview. Then by the time the interview is over, you're gonna be like, mic drop, and walk off the stage. Okay, it's gonna be like that. You're gonna do amazing. You're a champion. Kimchi, 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 kimchi. Well, I'm almost finished, everyone. These mukbang videos are the best, seriously. Last bit of lentils and rice. We scooping it all up because we don't waste food here, friends. Last bit of kimchi. Get in my belly. Crushed it. Mic drop. For those that are interviewing, I wish you the best of luck. Good luck, man. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Make sure to leave a comment below if you have your own interview tips or if you want to share any of your interview stories, success stories, or horror stories. And don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all my sites. And thank you to Mogo for this amazing Korean bulgogi lentil food kit. It was very easy to make. The packaging was just so nice and it was amazingly delicious. So be sure to check out Mogo for those that are living in Korea and are trying to look for some easy alternative ways to eat a delicious and healthy meal at your home in Korea. And they'll ship it right to your door. It was fast, it was easy. They are on Facebook, they have a really cool website, and try out their food kits. This is the first one that I've tried and I am looking forward to trying more from them. So highly recommend to check them out. Thanks guys, see you in my next video, bye!